Welcome to a world of shadows and whispers, a place where the veil between reality and nightmare grows thin. My name is Richard, and I'm your guide tonight as we journey into the heart of darkness. Tonight we delve into the top 5 terrifying, scary stories that will haunt your dreams. Stories whispered in hushed tones, passed down through generations, each one more chilling than the last. Are these tales merely legend, or do they hold a terrifying truth? Turn off the lights, lock your doors, and prepare yourself. You're about to enter the nightmare. Our first stop takes us to a crumbling edifice on a windswept hill, a place of broken minds and shattered spirits. This is Cranbrook Mental Asylum, abandoned for decades, yet still pulsing with a dark energy. The air inside is thick with the weight of suffering, the stench of decay clinging to the peeling paint and rusted bars. Footsteps echo down empty corridors, each one sending shivers down your spine. They say the patients never truly left. Tortured souls driven mad by unspeakable experiments and the cruelty of their keepers, forever trapped within these walls. Visitors speak of disembodied laughter echoing through the halls, of cold spots that chill you to the bone. Shadowy figures flit at the edge of vision, vanishing when approached. One room, they say, is too dangerous to enter, room 13. It's said to be the epicenter of the asylum's paranormal activity. Those who dare to peer through the grimy window speak of a rocking chair swaying gently despite the stillness of the air, as if propelled by an unseen hand. Are you brave enough to spend a night within Cranbrook's decaying walls, to listen to the whispers of the damned? Our next tale takes us to a desolate stretch of highway where the darkness holds a chilling secret. This is the story of the vanishing hitchhiker, a phantom figure that haunts the dreams of lonely travelers. Imagine, if you will, a moonless night. Rain slashes down, blurring the road ahead. Your headlights cut through the darkness, revealing a lone figure standing by the roadside. A young woman dressed in white, her thumb extended in a plea for help. You pull over, driven by compassion or perhaps a touch of morbid curiosity. She gets in, her touch icy cold, her voice a soft whisper that sends chills down your spine. She tells you her name, her voice barely audible above the roar of the engine, and gives you an address just a few miles down the road. But as you approach the address she gave you, you notice something strange. The house is dark, abandoned, shrouded in an unsettling silence. You turn to your passenger, but she's gone, vanished into thin air. Some say she's the ghost of a young woman who died in a car accident on that very road, searching for a ride home that she'll never find. Others believe she's something more sinister, a creature of the night that lures unsuspecting travelers to their doom. Whatever the truth, one thing is certain. If you're ever driving alone on a dark and lonely road, be careful who you pick up. Chapter 3. The Cursed Doll, Don't Blink. Our journey into the heart of darkness takes us now to a seemingly innocent object, a child's plaything, but don't be fooled by its button eyes and painted smile. This is no ordinary doll. This is Robert the doll, and he's said to be cursed. Robert resides in a glass case at the Fort East Martello Museum in Key West, Florida. He's dressed in a sailor suit, clutching a stuffed lion, his glassy eyes staring out at the world with an unnerving intensity. Legend has it that Robert was given to a young boy named Robert Eugene Otto in 1906. The doll quickly became Robert's constant companion, but their relationship was far from normal. Robert Eugene would often be heard talking to the doll, his voice taking on a chilling adult tone. Objects would move around the house seemingly on their own. The boy's parents would wake in the night to the sound of Robert the doll giggling, his tiny feet pattering across the floor. As Robert Eugene grew older, the strange occurrences continued. The doll seemed to take on a life of its own, its malevolent influence growing stronger with each passing year. Even today, visitors to the museum report feeling a strange energy emanating from Robert the doll. Some claim he blinks. his expression shifting from blank innocence to something cold and menacing. Others say that if you take a picture of Robert without asking his permission, you'll be met with bad luck or worse. Is Robert the doll truly cursed, possessed by the spirit of a vengeful entity, or is it all just a harmless legend? One thing is certain, this is one doll you don't want to mess with. Chapter 4. The Phantom of the Forest, Where Shadows Dwell. Our next tale takes us deep into the heart of a primeval forest, a place where the sunlight struggles to penetrate the dense canopy, and the air hangs heavy with the smell of damp earth and decay. This is Aokigahara, the sea of trees at the base of Mount Fuji in Japan, and it's said to be haunted by a phantom that preys on the lost and the despairing. Aokigahara has a long and tragic history. It's said to be a place where people go to escape their sorrows, to disappear into the darkness. And within its shadowy depths, a legend has taken root. They call him the Yurei, a ghostly figure often seen at the edge of the trees, his white robes billowing around him like mist. Some say he's the spirit of a monk who took his own life in the forest centuries ago. Others believe he's a manifestation of the forest itself, a guardian of the lost souls that wander its paths. Whatever his true nature, one thing is certain, the Yurei is not to be trifled with. Those who claim to have encountered him speak of an overwhelming sense of dread, of feeling their very life force being drained away. Some say he whispers to them, his voice a chilling rasp that seems to seep into their bones, tempting them deeper into the forest's embrace. Is the Yurei a benevolent spirit, guiding lost souls to peace? Or is he a harbinger of doom, luring them to their deaths? Chapter 5. The Poltergeist House, A Family's Nightmare. Our final tale tonight takes us to the seemingly safe haven of a suburban home, a place where nightmares should be confined to bad dreams. But for one family, the horrors they experienced were all too real. This is the story of the Enfield poltergeist, one of the most well-documented cases of paranormal activity in history. It began in 1977 in a quiet neighborhood in Enfield, England. The Hodgson family, consisting of single mother Peggy Hodgson and her 4 children, began to experience strange and terrifying phenomena in their home. Objects would move on their own, furniture would overturn, disembodied voices would whisper threats and obscenities. The children, particularly 11-year-old Janet, seemed to be the focus of the activity. Janet would levitate in her sleep, her body contorting in unnatural positions. She would speak in a deep, guttural voice, claiming to be possessed by the spirit of an elderly man who had died in the house years before. The Enfield poltergeist case attracted worldwide attention, with paranormal investigators, journalists, and skeptics descending upon the house in droves. Some dismissed the events as elaborate hoaxes, while others were convinced that something truly sinister was at play. For the Hodgson family, the nightmare continued for years. Janet endured physical and emotional torment, the target of the entity's rage. The family lived in a state of constant fear, their lives turned upside down by forces they couldn't understand or control. Was the Enfield poltergeist a real-life haunting, or was it all an elaborate charade? The debate continues to this day. Outro, sleep tight, if you dare. These stories are not for the faint of heart. They are glimpses into the darkest corners of our imaginations where fear takes on a life of its own. Remember, the next time you hear a bump in the night, it might just be one of these terrifying tales coming to life. Until next time, stay safe and sleep tight. And if you can't sleep, well, just remember, you're not alone.